Greetings. Well, if you're anything like me, then you an artist, a poet, a creative type. You struggle with something that we know as depression, um, with these overwhelming feelings that society is going to tell you you just need to move on from, to mask the symptoms because society fears what it doesn't understand, and it doesn't understand the point or meaning of depression, hopelessness. And it is the job of the creatives, the poets, the artists to transmute and transform hopelessness into something beautiful, something that gives hope to others, art, something that people can dream about and look for a brighter tomorrow. And how do we do that? Well, the best place to look is in the instruction manual. We've been given an instruction manual. The problem is most people, they look at it like it's a history book. If you want a history book, go to a university and get yourself a textbook. Or the opposite of that is people look at it like it's a fictitious war novel. Like the creator is he wants to blow up everybody that doesn't believe he murdered his son on a tree, which is ridiculous. See, there's going to be people that tell you that the book of Revelation has already happened with the fall of Jerusalem, or there's going to be people that tell you that it is yet to happen and Jesus is going to come back. Well, Einstein and quantum physics tells us that time is relative. And so yesterday and tomorrow are all happening right now. There is no such thing as time. Time is illusion. There's no such thing as age. Age is an illusion. And so when my lawyer asked me to tell him what the book of Revelation meant, I said it's a book about the future that's already happened. And what it really is talking about is the process of the self. How do we overcome the struggles of human existence? And if we look at Revelation 9, we're talking about this build-up into the energy centers, going from the Zoe into the Suki, into the Pneuma. Revelation 9 says that an angel opens a seal, one of the seven seals, one of the seven energy centers or chakras of the human existence inside of ourselves. And the happens to be the fourth one, which is the division between the lower self and the higher self. And it says that these tormentors will be released. These locusts that don't eat plants, they attack and torment humans that do not have the seal of the living God, the signet or mark of divinity. Now, what is that talking about? Well, the word there is phrēn, which means a royal signature, a marking. They would stamp letters with wax saying this is from the king. It hasn't been opened yet. This is a royal invitation directly from the king. You know it because it has this signet on it. That word is phrēn, and it comes from another word that means to fence in, to block, to stop. Well, what are we stopping? Well, the root of that word is phrēn, which is where we get the word diaphragm. What is the diaphragm? It is the muscle that divides, and this is the definition of the word, that divides the lower self from the higher self, specifically through the use of voluntary breathing. This is where we get to the word pneuma, which means breath. which is interchangeable with spirit. So when we say Holy Spirit, we're talking about the holy breath. This is how we overcome the lower self, and the lower four chakras, the lower four energy centers, the tormentors. This is how we overcome. And the word specifically is a division, diaphragm, a division between the overwhelming torment of the feeling center, the hopelessness, by the rational mind. And we're not talking about logical, we're talking about the ability to overcome and displace something illogical and illusory or imaginary. And that is the root, the true enemy of dreams and hope, is fear. A fear, illusory fear. We're told that children, they only have two fears: the fear of loud noises and the fear of heights. Everything else is illusory. So we can get more into this, but to basically understand the seal of the living God, it is the diaphragm that allows us to understand that fear is an illusion, and we can overcome that by the realization of breath, taking the time, mindfulness, and consciousness to release all expectations, all presuppositions of what we expect a situation or outcome to be, because time is an illusion. And we reach that by emptying the mind and becoming the controller of our mind instead of the slave of our mind. And this is what the word and definitions in the Greek, in the scriptures, are trying to help us understand.